Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper and Twine. Yesterday you may have seen how I made some white chocolate truffles for my mother-in-law for her birthday, and I thought I'd pop on today and show you how I'm going to attempt to make a box to put them in. And because they're chocolates, I thought I'd look at my Stamperia Sweetie collection. And this is a brand new pad here. This is a pad that I have started using, and I've gone ahead and I've chosen some papers. I've used 3 separate sheets. I just thought I'd show you what I've used. So I've used all of this sheet, well, not all, I've used most of this sheet here, which has got these flowers on the back, because I didn't think that I would use this side. It is so difficult when you've only got one of each paper to decide what to use. So that's the first sheet I've used, and this is what I've got left. I've got that piece and I've got that piece, which obviously is not going to go to waste, so I'm going to tuck that in my used pad. The second sheet that I used for the borders on the base is this one here, and I've cut this section and this section out, which leaves me this and this to play with at a later date. And it's just spotty on that side, so I'm not losing anything too much from that. So that's that section I've got left, and that's that section I've got left. And then finally from this collection I used a cut apart from, where's it gone, from this sheet here, and I've chosen this one, Enjoy Life, Eat Chocolate. So I've still got 5 toppers on that sheet that I can use. So I'll pop that in my little pad, pop those out of the way, and tell you what else you need. Obviously you could use whatever papers you want to for this, and you know, go with whatever theme, and you don't have to put chocolates in this box. This box is going to be 4 inches square by 2 inches deep, so you could put lots of things in this. You could put like a little mini sewing kit. That would be quite cute, I think. So what I've done for the base, I've chosen 2 colours of Hunky Dory Adorable Scoreable cardstock. You could use whatever cardstock you've got to hand. You need something that's at least 300 GSM, I think, just to give your box a bit of sturdiness. And the Adorable Scoreable is 320, I believe. So I have cut my base piece, which is a darker pink colour, to 8 inches square, and I've gone ahead and I've scored at 2 inches on all 4 sides. So I'm going to cut up some of my squares to make my tabs. So you can see in each corner you've got a 2-inch square. I'm going to carefully cut up until I meet the score line, and then chop a section away and do the same on the other side. Rotate your card and cut up and notch and notch, rotate, cut, notch. Try not to cut into the top of your box lid like I just did there. This is your base, actually, sorry, this is your base. Rotate and cut and cut. Actually, just cut a little bit more off there. So you're ending up with a piece that looks like that. Okay, just get rid of these little scraps, and then you want to fold and burnish your score lines. Hope everybody's having a nice day today. It's not too bad weather here today. Sunny intervals, I think, is the best way you describe it. I did go out for a little walk. It was very, very cold. Okay, so now I'm going to get my glue. You want a strong glue, although I suppose you could use tape if you wanted to. Put glue on your tab. Hold it. And just press it together and hold it for a little while, just so that it sticks. This glue does catch quite quickly. This is the Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue. It sets quicker than the collal. And again, I'm lining up my edges to get a neat finish. Holding that in place. You could go in and burnish with your bone folder if you wanted to. And obviously I'm giving this to a woman, so I've gone for pink, but if you were doing it for a man, craft card or black would be quite nice as a base. You could use patterned card. You could use plain card and stamp on it. Really, you could do whatever you like for the base of your box. But I'm just showing you how to make a basic box. Line up the last one. There is our box base. Then for the lid, you want a piece that is 6 1/8 square. 6 1/8 square, and I've gone for a paler pink. The reason you want it slightly bigger is so that your lid will fit on easily. So again, I've gone and scored, this time on 1 inch all the way round. So this is a 6 1/8 square, and I've scored at 1 inch all the way round. And I'm just going to do the same process, cutting, notching, rotating each time, cutting carefully. I'm not very good at cutting. Rotating, blinding you now with the sunlight. There we go, and the last one. And I'm just going to do the same. I'd speed this up if I was you. I haven't worked out, using the video editor that I'm using to snip my clips together, how to speed it up. So feel free to fast forward through this bit while I do exactly the same process of folding and burnishing. On all 4 sides and gluing. Just gluing my tabs, holding it so that it meets, making sure you've lined up those edges so that you've got a nice finish there. If you can hear any funny buzzing, it's my neighbour next door. He's jet washing his van. So if you can hear a little buzzing noise, I mean, you shouldn't be able to because my microphone is supposed to cut out background noises, but if you can hear a buzzing, that's what it is. And I'm nearly done. A bit of too much glue there. I got some on my finger as well. And last little bit, line it up, hold it down, go in with your bone folder. There we go. There we've got the basis of our box, and you will see that the lid, she says, fits on quite nicely, and there you can see you've got some contrasting colour. So what I'm going to do now, that slides on nice and easily, but it's not going to fall off because we've given that extra 1/8 of an inch gap. So I'm going to come in with my coal out now. And what I've got out of those pieces that I showed you, for my top, I've got a piece that is 4 inches square, because this measurement here should be roughly 4 1/8 of an inch. So stick that down. I went for this portion with the little contrasting bit of pink on the bottom, so I just thought it was pretty. So you've got just a very, very slight border of the pink all the way round. Then these sections here, these little strips, are 7/8 of an inch by 4 inches, I think. yes they are. And I'm just going to stick those on the side. Obviously, if you're using a patterned card, you don't have to do this. And because I'm using my collar, I've got wiggle room to straighten it out. And just go round and do all of the sides. So if any of you have a go at the chocolate truffle recipe, you have to let me know what you think. You might have seen me put some orange zest in, and I don't know whether I would do that again because it is slightly bitter, but actually that is quite a good contrast with the sweetness of the white chocolate. And the last little panel on the lid. Oh, landed glue side down. It's like dropping your toast, isn't it? Butter side down. So that's my lid partly done. I'll just move it out of the way. And then for the base, I'm not going to bother putting anything on the bottom, I don't think this time. Nor am I going to decorate the inside of the box because obviously we're going to be putting chocolate in it. So I've got my 4 border pieces, which are 3 7/8 of an inch by 1 7/8 of an inch. Mop that bit of glue up, and I'm going to put these towards the bottom, so I've got a slightly bigger border at the top, because obviously we're not going to see the top part because our lid is going to cover it up. Yes, I'm glad I bought 2 sets of this Stamperia paper because it does give you a bit more choice. But I was comparing my experience of Stamperia with graphic 45, and I think you get a bit more with graphic 45 because you get 3 double-sided sheets of each design in a paper pad. So it does mean that if you've got a favourite paper, you can save a sheet, use 2 and save one. And the last one of this putting it down towards the bottom, okay, and there's our box base, all 4 sides done, and I'm going to put my lid on. And you can see that finishes it off quite nicely. Now, I'm going to just put a couple of more things on the top. You could give this panel that I'm gluing on now a bit of dimension. Everything's sliding out of the way. You could give this panel a bit of dimension by sticking some card on the back or foam tape, but I'm just going to stick it down. It says, enjoy life, eat chocolate. And then I've got a couple of chipboard pieces. I'm not quite sure which one I want to choose. Whether I want the little bar of chocolate, whether I want the little cupcake, or whether I want this one. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for that one, and I'm going to raise it up a bit, so just bear with me while I find a bit of packaging. So I just found a bit of beer packaging, beer bottle packaging, and I've just cut a little square, and I'm going to glue it to my chosen chipboard element. And I'm going to use some of the acrylic glue. And just lay that there. And there is our finished little box. I'll go and put the truffles in and show you what they look like. So here are my little truffles in my box, and I want to put another layer in. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've cut a piece of card the same as my box lid, and I've cut it at 5.5 inches by 3 7/8 of an inch, and I've scored it at 1 inch on each end, and I've cut away little circle notches, and I'm just going to rest that so I can put my top layer of chocolates on. So there'll be 18 chocolates in there. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. Thanks very much. Bye.